There we go. Hey. I don't know why I'm sitting here with a blank mind inside my head. But anyway, hello my fellow viewers and subscribers. This is Supercholatemilkshake, and I am here with, well, a live stream, a test live stream. This is a surprise test live stream, if you didn't know. What am I testing exactly? Well, besides the new little, wrong side. The new little Weblums logo and the Supercholatemilkshake logo that's inside the corner of the screen. Well, a variety of things, actually. Unfortunately, there is one thing that I still don't have finished for my live streams quite yet, and that is the new intermission animation that I want to do, which, of course, you know, details, okay? And honestly, the chat box is still a work in progress. I need to get myself reoriented for this camera. I every time I'm looking down, it's like I see it, it's like, okay, yes, I need to adjust. But which side? Okay, my computer's humming. Is that a good thing? Sorry, I'm running off the new computer here. I mean, it's still at stable temperatures of 54 degrees, so... Celsius, of course, which is right around 100 and something Fahrenheit. I mean, it's pretty hot. It is pretty hot, but you know what? When it comes down to it, this is a computer that I actually built towards the beginning of the year. I do have a video coming up about it. In fact, I think I shared some photos on this channel before. When it comes down to it, this computer was built with parts that I bought off of line for like $450. So basically, when it comes down to it, actually, to tell you the truth, I will retract something I said about the Nintendo Switch 2. The price is a bit more justifiable than I originally thought, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I completely and totally agree with it, okay? Like, when it comes down to it, if I had to say anything, again, $375 would still be a fairly competitive price point for Nintendo. And, of course, I think even Nintendo should probably know that, too, because, you know, at that point, it's pretty much in competition with both the Valve Steam Deck and the Sony PlayStation 5. Right now, it's not in competition with any one of those consoles. I mean, heck, it's not even in competition with, it's not even in competition with even the Xbox, which is kind of sad, but, oh well. I do have to say something, though. I am intending to get one. And I am not intending to get one just because I am a show, okay? I want to see what this console has to offer. I kind of want to see what it's going to be like. And I have a funny feeling that if I don't buy it now, I might not get the chance to later. So I'm going to do absolutely everything I can to get my hands on this console and see what it's like and see what it's able to do and what it's capable of. And maybe confirm and deny a few things because, you know, like, I'm curious about this myself. There's some things that I think Nintendo themselves have not necessarily mentioned about the console itself, and I think that there's still quite a few things that quite a few mysteries to be discovered with this console with this console in general. Oh, okay, it just says recording. Okay. Anyway. So, yeah, like I said, besides that, I'm planning to get a Nintendo Switch 2, since this is like the day before the Nintendo Switch 2 launches, as of streaming this. Of course, most people are probably going to be watching this as the aftermath, instead of watching it beforehand, but oh well, doesn't matter. I still think $80 for Mario Kart 8 Mario Kart World is still unjustified in every way, shape, and form, especially after the Mario Kart Direct, because it had everything I expected. Just absolutely everything. And honestly, that was kind of disappointing. Where's my mouse? Shake, shake, shake. Okay, good. My mouse is right there. Good. Alright. Anyway. But besides that, yeah. Yeah. Besides that, yeah, like I said, I am planning on getting one and just to seeing how it's going to be like. And I might actually record a video going like, Is the Nintendo Switch good or not? Is the Nintendo Switch 2 good or not? So stay tuned for that. When it releases, anyway. Sometime in June. Hopefully nothing bad happens between now and then. And, of course, not to mention, also, GMTK has also been announced, too. I am also planning on coming back and joining that again for this year. And, actually, I'm not going to lie. Honestly, so far, the turnout hasn't been necessarily the greatest yet. Because I am actually paying attention to some of the numbers right now, and right now they have 9,890 people joined. Not bad for something that just opened up opened up for taking participants about a few weeks ago, but this isn't looking very good either for GMTK as well, because I remember last year checking in every day, and it seemed like they got like about 10,000 more people. Something seems off with this. It seems like there's not as many people interested in participating this year, or either that, the rebrand might have a lot of people confused because actually they are going for a completely and totally different logo with this, which, honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I actually think I kind of prefer the first one because it was a little more fun. This one looks a little more corporatized. Like, no offense to Mark Brown or anything like that. The guy who usually tends to host this jam with several other people. But, yeah, like I said, I'm not a big fan of it this year, the redesign, but I suppose there are some fun things that I can do with it. Well, depending upon how soon they release the asset pack, because they actually do have an asset pack available, but it's for all the GMTK stuff for 2024. Let's see if the page loads. Hopefully it's not crashing the stream either. Well, it says it's still going strong at 6,500 kilobits per second, so, I mean, and my CPU's still remaining at a cool 50. Yeah, it's still got the 2024 stuff. If you want to see, I'll switch over to the VSonic right now. Wait a second. Hold on. My gosh. There we go. That's a little more like it. Yeah, see, this is, yeah, this is the game. This is the theme pack for it, and like I said, it's not exactly up to date with some of the stuff that they have right here. The only thing that's probably up to date is the logos, and even then, that's, well, let's face it, I think we all know that those are always going to be up to date no matter what, as long as, GMTK, Game Maker's Toolkit, still keeps this little logo going on. Anyway, also, yes, you have noticed that my mouse gets bigger when I shake it, but that's because I'm not using my regular computer. In fact, when it comes down to it, you actually notice that the desktop environment has completely and totally changed. It is now Plasma. It is now KDE Plasma. And also, I have it hooked up to my XP pen. Don't lean in, you'll fall in. But yeah, right over here, see? The XP Pen artist actually also has looked up to this thing now, and the stylus works out of the box for this thing. See? I mean, I'm just dragging my stylus around, and it's following the mouse around no matter what. So it's perfect. It works out great for that. Okay. And yes, as you can tell, it's also got monitoring stuff over here as well. I just did that because I want to keep an eye on the CPU and make sure it stays perfectly cool. And right now, again, it's at a fairly stable temperature. It's under 60 degrees Fahrenheit, under 60 degrees Celsius, so it's fine. It's at a stable operating temperature as far as I'm concerned, and with every bit of research has shown me so far. And then, of course, not to mention, it's also showing me the CPU usage, which I'm getting some pretty moderate stuff. And, that's even considering the fact that I think I almost screwed up getting the CPU heatsink on this thing. Yeah. That was an issue. Yeah. But though, just to be fairly warned though, I don't have everything transferred over onto this thing yet. I do have a few things. In fact, when it comes down to it, my game project folder, which, this is not it. This is the folder for the external video. My game project folder is completely and totally, transferred over. So everything that's inside there is now officially on this computer. And it's on the hard disk drive and not the SSD, which, of course, the hard disk drive came for free with this thing, actually. So I was pretty grateful. I decided to zero it out and then reinstall like a clean partition on it, and actually now it has two hard drives inside of it. One of them being the SSD that is 128 gigabytes, which has just the operating system on it, and then everything else is stored on the external, or well, the more other internal hard drive, which is 1 terabyte. So of course, when it comes down to it, yeah, it's not the fastest machine in the world, but it's still pretty solid for what it is. It's still pretty solid for what it is, and honestly, I think I'd rather keep it that way because the operating system needs to update every once in a while. Oh yes, that reminds me. I should probably update this thing. Hopefully it doesn't include an update for OBS. Also have Fish on here too, which is actually a pretty decent console program as well. Oh, well, okay then. Nothing that will crash this stream, hopefully. Might slow it down just a little bit, but yeah. Nothing to crash this stream. Alrighty then. Well, maybe I might as well get to work on doing the thing that I actually came here to do. So I'm going to go back to Facecam so I can get this transitioned and all set up here. Give me a quick second. You might experience a little bit of lag, but that's because I'm probably going to end up utilizing my system by quite a bit here. But that's the reason why I run these tests. That's what these tests are for. You know? Make sure the airbag's a little not very slow, you know? And to make sure that my CPU doesn't go frying itself or catching on fire or anything like that, and the fan still runs at a fairly decent RPM and such. Right now it says 0.0 RPM. Uh-oh. Hopefully it's not giving up. Hopefully it's not giving up. Okay, now, if we switch over to the ViewSonic, yes, I have my Windows 10 VM ported over. However, it's not exactly the same Windows 10 VM because of the fact that I actually had to, well, let's just say I had a lot of issues with one of them after an update on my other computer, which is the XPS 8700, which, by the way, in case you're wondering, no, that computer ain't going anywhere. It's just going to be retired and turned into a home NAS, so that way I can keep most of my files and storage on that while saving space on this computer and still being able to access it if I need to. In a way, it's kind of a backup system for me, really. Ah, okay, good. It's all the way up and loaded. It didn't take that long this time, but I'm pretty sure this is going to take forever. Then again, maybe I guess updating those drivers last night really did help out because of the VMware update. But that's neither here nor there. Anybody watching this yet? I should probably drag this. People are probably looking at this going like, oh, the tabs! Oh, the tabs! Thank goodness it's Firefox and not Google Chrome. Otherwise, Google Chrome would be crashing this computer right now. It's only got 16 gigabytes of memory, you know. Only 16 gigs! Okay, well, it does have 4 gigabytes of swap memory, so at least there's some padding, but still, it's not like one-to-one padding. Oh. It's a little worrisome. Hi, Mom. What's up? No, I have not gone out and seen if I could go find the stuff yet, but I have a funny feeling I think it's in that white tub on the top shelf, but... Really? Ouch! That's kind of pricey. I see. Yeah. Okay. Well, okay then. I'll go take a look. Okay. Sorry for the interruption. Well, I know. They're planning on tearing out the road over here at Esterbrook and Ridgewater, so... And I know that's going to kind of screw us over for the summer, but... The road. Over here. In between Esterbrook and Ridgewater. I know. Yeah. That whole Chalk Buttes Road may be taken out. I mean, it's a good thing, because they needed to do that for a while now, but, yeah. Apparently, these construction lurkers are loaded because they put up some pretty fancy signs, so. Yeah. But either way, neither here nor there. Yeah, I hear ya. I hear ya. I'll go out and check that. I know. I know. And then I got into the reason why I was testing my mic and my camera in the first place. And okay, looks like I'm gonna have to put my viewers on an intermission anyway. Well, not that I have many viewers, I only have one. Which, hi, welcome to the stream. I'm glad you're here. No, no, no. I don't mind helping you out. I know. They seem to be pressed up against that little heat emitter thing pretty hard, so. Yeah. Yeah, they were eating quite a bit of that crushed up mealworm Krista and Sarah gave them, so. Yeah. Why are you asking me? Really? Oh, fair enough. Well, I mean, I don't think she's gonna be like opening up the box right away anyway, so, you know. And I don't think she's gonna be necessarily curious about what it is either. The what? Oh, like a projection lamp or something like that? Oh, yeah! A white noise machine. Okay, so the old one was having problems for her then? Oh, yeah! That's right, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Okay. It going off in the night and saying, oh, yeah, welcome to this white noise machine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Fair enough. Now, I don't know if this phone conversation is necessarily the most entertaining thing in the world right now, but. Then again, I think my intermission screen is just a little bit boring, but you just got home? Yeah. Oh. Wonder what she's doing. I don't know. I am not the keeper of one sister. I am not a keeper of both my sisters. They do their own thing sometimes. And it scares me. I also wonder what the heck they're up to sometimes. Though, granted, I would be more worried if they weren't worried, you know? Alright. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Sorry about that. When it's recorded, like, that's easy to edit out. It's easy to edit out. But when it's live, it's like, what do I do here? I mean, I guess I could have put you all on an intermission or something like that, but hopefully I'm not being too boring here. Anyway, better close out of these, because, yeah, I use Quobuzz now. I don't use, anything. So anyway, I also started working on a new game project to go along with my, update for, the configuration manager for Weblims, for the Weblims, game engine. Which, of course, first of all, if I have to say, excuse me, I'm getting a lot of burps here. I don't know why. There we go. Actually, I updated this, and honestly, it is so much easier to read. Probably far less lines of code than the original one, which, actually, you know what? I might as well open up the original one and see how many lines of code it has. Okay, let's see here. Oh, where is the one that I probably know is the most recent, at least? GMTK 2024. There we go. I think that one probably might be the most recent, and probably wouldn't be too spoilery for anybody, because there was some other projects that I don't think I want you guys seeing yet. Hey, look, I will reveal some of them when in due time, but in the meantime, no, I don't want to convert it. Yeah, that's also another issue, too, is that it's kind of old and outdated. It ran off of an older code base, an older version of SFML. Now I got it updated to SFML 3.0, which is a good thing. But, as you can tell, like, this is the button class, and I have another button class, and then I have... after I get past all this... give me a quick second. I'm still scrolling. No, that's not a button class either. Well, okay, I have several different things for it. And then I got the settings class right here. And then I have, like, several different things for the settings. And then, of course, I get all the way down here. I mean, it's still going. Okay, 1,595 lines. Well over 1,500 lines of code. For the new header the new configuration thing, it is now officially reduced down to... Semantics doesn't matter. All it matters is that this is a much better, well-structured code that is probably far more readable than what the original was. And that's what matters. I thought I was reducing the number of the lines of code. Oh, boy. How do I defend myself with this, guys? Yeah, I got nothing. Yeah, I got nothing. I got absolutely nothing. Okay, we can close out a config stuff, okay. And I think new config works out much better than config stuff, because why config stuff in the first place? I don't know. Anyway, I was also trying to work on a new window manager and a window loader, which basically is that splash screen that you get to see before the game starts. And of course, I wanted to do something a little more advanced with it, where it actually preloads something instead of just being something that is kind of flashy and cool that people get to see for 10 seconds before the game starts. So of course, I decided to go ahead and make a file. So we're gonna go back in here. We're gonna go down to new config. I forget where I was going. Oh yeah. This one. Dumpy's Fruits Vegetables. I think I spelled vegetables wrong, but don't quote me. Okay, here we go. Window loader, value return, main CPP. Oh yeah, data, right here. There we go. So basically when it comes down to it, I'll have all these files right here pre-made with most of the... Actually, I think I should probably copy this into a bit of a template file or something like that. So, And I'm also going to copy this into game GMTK 2025 because where is it? Just one simple scroll and I lose myself. There we go. Into the GMTK 2025 project because it's the best idea. Just skip that. Oh, wait a second. I should have just copied the whole data photo. I feel dumb. My name is Mud. Okay, so basically when it comes down to it, I need to do is I'm just going to copy the whole data folder over, because why not? Header man, config, window loader, okay. I don't think I need to worry about any of this yet. But I will copy this over into new config here, into the new config project so that I can do this. And skip. And then we'll just replace the files in destination because we'll just leave it unspecified for now. We'll just leave it unspecified. Well, how about that? There we go. There we go. Perfect. Now everything is copied over. And yes, there will be availability for mods too. In fact, when it comes down to it, this directory is planned to be read-only, and that's it. I think the file is still read-only because I copied it over, but let's see. Properties. Nope, it isn't. Oh well, I'll be able to set them read-only before I ship the game anyway, so... The only RIM that's not going to be read-only is the directory underneath mods, which, yeah, eventually I'll probably be able to get a list of instructions of what you should do if you want to mod the game and add, like, different characters or add, like, different levels or, And I'm not quite sure about different mechanics yet. That's still a little bit out of my grasp. I mean, you'd probably still have to download the source code and mess around with that in order. Okay, it is connected back to the internet. It's not doing very good, though. It looks like the stream is struggling. It looks like the stream is struggling. Big time. Why? Why are you doing this? Why? Why are you being such a piece of garbage? Ugh. I may end the stream here because apparently my computer doesn't want to reconnect to the internet. Not properly anyway. And I have to use my frickin' phone for reconnection. I don't know why. And it's not doing anything. Arr! My phone isn't putting out a good, strong enough signal for it. Yeah, I know. It's not receiving enough to maintain smooth streaming, but good grief. Why? Okay, please try again. I did! I tried it multiple different times. B. It should be connecting. Why is it not connecting? Okay, I'm gonna end this here. I don't know what's going on here, but you know what? I think, Sorry. There we go. I think apparently I might have been a little too pre-ambitious with this. Yeah, I'll be back someday, eventually, hopefully, to do some more streaming. But in the meantime, I'm gonna stop the stream and end the broadcast here. So I am sorry about this, guys. Why are you doing that?